Welcome to this new moon reading for November. So this is going to cover the next lunar cycle until the next new moon in December. And this reading is all about a new emotional chapter that we're moving into within this lunar cycle. And it's all about what needs releasing. So usually when the new moon energy is around, it is about what needs releasing, what needs kind of planting for the next few weeks. So we're going to have a look at what needs releasing on this new moon, and what message can we get that's going to guide us as we move forward. So I'm using the Gateway Oracle cards, just because I think when we're stepping into a new lunar cycle, it is like we're stepping into a new portal, a new lunar cycle, the next period of time. So I thought they fit quite well. So the first question was, what emotional truth am I being shown under this new moon? So what is it that I perhaps aren't aware of emotionally, but I need to be aware of? And it was about making a difference. So perhaps you're not trusting your ability to make a difference in the areas of life, career, business, relationships. You're not really trusting that you can make a huge difference, and that is coming from you. So as always, I would say just breathe into that, put your hand on your heart, and just ask yourself, where am I not trusting that I can actually make a difference in my own life? It doesn't have to be a huge, make a difference with the world, make a difference. It can just be, what am I not trusting that is going to make a huge difference in my trajectory, my energy, my field, my life, and who I interact with. What is going to make a difference? And perhaps you're not really listening to that at the moment, and that's what's coming up, that under this next month of lunar cycle you can really focus in on, and that's where we can make the change that's going to bring some clarity, some movement, some growth, some peace and calm for you. So what old pattern is ready to release? So what is it that I'm ready to release? And it's saying to look deeper. So you haven't been, it goes with that trust. You need to look deeper within inside you for the gems that are there. And this is the pattern that you have perhaps been running every time something comes up that's an issue, or when you're not succeeding, you're looking for the outside validation of that, or help from outside support, ideas, and it's all actually within you, which it does match very well with my weekly energetic reading for this week, for the week from the 16th, that was all about that similar trusting within yourself, and it's asking you to look deeper. So this is the pattern where I feel like you haven't trusted yourself. You've perhaps had the ideas, you know what the decisions are, you know how to move forward, but you've waited for somebody else to confirm that with you, until you can actually go, oh yeah, that's what I should do. And it's saying look deeper within yourself, because all of those precious jewels of knowledge and knowing, they're all within you, and you need to trust them a bit more. So what energy wants to be born during this next month? And it's mending bridges. Now, that's been a bit of a theme recently over the past couple of weeks in these card reads, but I feel like this is perhaps bringing together the parts of your heart, your mind, and it's healing that rift within you rather than with somebody else. It's about mending those differences, aligning those parts of you that you haven't allowed to be aligned. So if we go back to the looking deep inside ourselves for those magic, precious things that we have inside rather than looking outside, that's where the mending comes. We are working with our subconscious, we're working with our heart and our intuition, and we're actually getting to know them again, mending those bridges, allowing that friendship, that bond, that union to become strong again. So I really do feel like you have to look within and acknowledge that part of yourself and allow the two to reconcile again. So you are, maybe if you've had doubts in the past, or you've not always trusted your intuition because you'd followed it and it didn't work out, let that go now, and work together rather than doubting, because the more you work together, the stronger that bond will be, and your trust will grow in yourself, your own decisions, and you will start looking deep inside yourself for those answers rather than waiting for other people to validate your ideas or whatever you've thought. You'll actually be the first port of call for that, and then other people can give their opinions, and you can seek opinions from other people, but it will only add to the picture. It won't complete the picture and help you make that decision. And what energy, the energy that is coming up about healing those rifts, it's going to need some support. And so we've called in one of the light workers, Commander Ashtar, and he's all about taking charge and leading by example. And this just backs up that whole set of cards saying, walk your talk. So trust in yourself. Don't be walking anybody else's talk. You are the person who can validate your own ideas and opinions and wants and needs and all of those things, and take charge of that yourself. And like I said, other people's opinions or advice, that comes in, but it will be after you've actually consulted yourself first, because you're going to be the person that you seek advice from first. You are going to be in that authority, authority kind of realm, by making sure you are happy with it first before you actually bring in anybody else. And then the final card for this new moon card reading is, what message from the heart is there? And this is amazing. This is the card that came out. So the message from your heart is, listen with your heart. Listen with your heart and trust those messages that are coming from it, because remember, you have them inside of you, and rather than going outside to get those messages from other people, trust the ones that are coming from you, and then you can act on those by taking that action, and walking your talk. But really do listen to your heart. Now, listening to your heart can be tricky, can be difficult, especially if you've felt double-crossed by your heart in the past. Like you've followed something that you felt was the right thing for you, a person that felt like they were the right person for you, a job that felt like it was the right job for you, and then it didn't work out. But that's where those mending those differences is coming in, because you're going to really listen to it. So maybe instead of just tuning in, taking what's coming forward, but then trusting it, but sit with it and then ask again, because you will get more information, more messages from continuing to listen, and the more you strengthen that link between you and your intuition, your subconscious, your inner compass, the stronger it will get. And then you trust that for now, at this point in time, that is the right message you are receiving, and that is the right path that you are following. And don't keep going back and dwelling on, but last time I did this and this happened, because you're going to really listen and then tune in again and listen again. And every time you tune in, the message will be stronger, or the message will change to be what it needs to be for you. So don't just dismiss it. And if you're one of these people that likes to act impulsively, then you listen to your heart message and then you act. And if you're not, if you're a bit more needing reassurance, don't turn to other people. Go back, listen to your heart again, and the picture will build, and then you will make that decision, that move. But you will have listened to the messages that needed to come through, and like I said, they will either repeat and assure you that yes, it was the right message, or they might change, and then just know and just trust that that is the right message you're receiving in the now for you, that you need to work on. And remember, this is the next few weeks. It's not forever. It's just giving you guidance for this lunar cycle, so that you can take action now in the next few weeks to plant those new seeds, because you've released that old way that wasn't working. And the message in the next lunar cycle in 4 weeks time may be different, because that's what we're doing. We're moving with our intuition and our cycles, using energy from the moon, from Mother Earth, and we're acting on it for our best and highest good. And that allows us to change, but it also allows us to really go inside and listen properly and follow that and trust it. So I hope that resonated with you. Like I said, remember, these seeds are to be planted for the next few weeks. They might not even have any impact until months in advance, but the guidance now is to follow your heart and go inside and see what it is that you've actually got that you can trust before you bring in anybody else's messaging, and then work on that. So that's really your work for the next few weeks. So let me know if any of that resonated. Remember, as always, you take what lands and you leave what doesn't. And please do leave a comment if you felt like any of those cards particularly resonated with you. And remember to like and subscribe, and then you'll get all of the notifications for every new card reading, whether it's the weekly one or it's any special ones like new moon card readings. And I hope that those cards serve you well for the next few weeks, and I'll see you next time you join me for a card pull.